Okay, today's lesson is going to be on composite functions. So, when you hear the word composite, what does it make you think about?
Compost.
Huh?
Compost.
All right, compost, which is typically made up of what? One type of garbage? All types of garbage, okay? Anybody else have something that they think of when they think of composite? Huh? You owe money? Okay. Use that for me. Compound. Okay, think about compound sentences. What is that? Two things put together. So what do you think we're going to do with composite functions? 2 into 1. We're going to start off very easy. Write these down. Okay, we're going to combine, and I've got to talk to you about how this, you'll see the notation of these. You'll see them two different ways. So I've got an f of x equation, which is 3x plus 1. Y'all see that? Okay, I've got a g of x, which is 2x plus 5. Now, the reason you may see h of x, I usually only see f of x, g of x, and h of x is typically what I've seen when I've taught these. And that's just going to tell you which equation to use. Now, there are two different types of notation. Two main types of notations. You may see it written like this, or you may see it written like this. So write that down and I'm going to explain what that means. Now, how this is read is f of g of 3. That's how you read it. F of g of 3. Same thing goes right here. This is not fog. Okay? It stands for f of g of 3. Okay? So you could see this written both ways. When you do these, you always start right and go left. So we're going to start right here or we're going to start right here. Okay, so take those notes down. Okay, so for today's examples, we're going to be using the second type of notation, the one that looks like fog. Okay? So we're going to do f of g of 3. So tell me, 3 is in what right here? Parentheses. Can you tell me what's in parentheses up here? The x. So what do you think 3 is now? X. So we're going to put 3 into the g. Okay, in place of x. So that's why I'm looking at the g now. So I'm going to say 2 times 3 plus 5. What's 2 times 3? 6 plus 5. So that's 11. And so G of 3 is 11. right? Then 11 is going to go into the F. So the F equation is 3 times 11 plus 1, 33 plus 1. So 32 is the final answer that I'm looking for. I'm sorry, 34. I guess I was thinking subtraction. Thank you. 34 is the final answer that I'm looking for. And that's it. You have done a composite function. Okay, we're going to keep the same G and the same F. Now we're going to do G of F of -1. So what's in the parentheses now? -1. And it's going to go in place of the X in which equation? F. Right there. So you're going to have to write some things out. 3 times -1 plus 1. Is that not the F equation right there? What's 3 times -1? Plus 1? -2. So F of -1 is -2. Do y'all remember the days when they told you to solve F of X equals 3X plus 1 for X equals -1? Y'all, some of you saying, yeah, you've seen that before. This is the same thing. It's just a different notation. So what did you do? You put -1 in for X. Same thing. It's just a little bit more of an advanced way of writing it. Okay, so now I've got F of -1 is -2. That's going to go into the G right here. So 2 times -2 plus 5. What's 2 times -2?
4.
Plus 5 is 1. Now, I need questions. I need to know what you're thinking, what you don't understand.
So are we just getting the answers from the two equations?
Mm-hmm. We are putting these together and getting a final number. Okay? Okay?
So, as the final answer, you won't have to put anything like X equals.
No. Mm-mm. Another question. Oh yeah, we're going to work another one. Anything so far? Okay. Let's do different F's and X's. Okay, so what is the, what's X going to be the first time around? -2, and it's going into, work backwards, the G. So the -2 right here is going into the G right there. So I'm going to say -2 minus 5 is -7. Now that's going to go into the F. So we're going to put this right there. And I'm going to say 2 times -7 plus 4. What's 2 times -7? Plus 4. Your final answer is -10. Now do for me G of F of 0. Okay, 0 is my x in the what equation first? F. 2 times 0 plus 4. Now that's going to go into my g. 4 minus 5, negative 1. Is it a little bit better?
Wait, where did you get your G from?
G's up here.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. I'm just substituting my x's. Okay. Now I want to take it just one more step. You're going to have some squares. Okay. Give you a minute to write it down. Okay, we're starting with what is our x? Negative 2. It's going to go into the g. So negative 2 into the g would be 3 times negative 2 minus 1. That's negative 6 minus 1, which is negative 7. Now, that is my new value going into the f. So what am I going to do to that negative 7? Yep, square it. So negative 7 times negative 7 is 49, positive 49. Thank you. Plus 1, which is 50. That's your answer. Okay, so really, I'm going back in this lesson. I'm teaching you a new lesson. The objective is to learn composite functions. But one of my other objectives is to secure your multiplication skills, to secure your adding and subtracting positive, negative number skills, and making sure that you know when you square a negative, it becomes positive. So there are a lot of objectives to this lesson, the least of which is learning to do the composites. But I'm still trying to make sure that we're okay with all of our multiplication. Okay, so that is the lesson today. We're going to have a little quick worksheet.